Rock Nation Bunch got you feeling like you could talk about my family. And I have a 3-year-old innocent child.
Nicki Minaj has reportedly gone off the grid, relocating her entire family to a hidden location after her home was broken into by armed men in the middle of the night. The shocking incident has fans deeply concerned and has sparked a wave of speculation online, especially given the rising tension surrounding Nicki in recent months.
I had my home swatted twice with drawn. They magically, no one seemed to find the person.
Many believe she's become a major target after speaking out against powerful figures in the music industry, including Jay-Z. This latest break-in is just one of several alarming events linked to Nicki. Earlier this year,
I've seen posts disrespecting me. Idiot Wilson. All of y'all, for some reason, when y'all are around certain people, y'all feel that y'all have this power. Why? When y'all have an affiliation to Jay-Z in some sort of way, y'all be thinking that y'all can disrespect and violate.
she was detained at an airport in Amsterdam under bizarre circumstances that left many scratching their heads. Though no real charges were filed, insiders claim the situation may have been more sinister than it seemed, possibly even an orchestrated attempt on her life.
One little bit of detail that I was told. So what I was told was that allegedly Jay-Z and Rock Nation is behind this. Jay-Z and Rock Nation has been after Nicki for a while, especially after she released that song Bigfoot. But even long before then, there had been beef, which I did not realize. So from what I'm being told, wait, let me read the intel as it's coming in. That's why they waited till she was.
Nicki went live on Instagram immediately after being stopped, explaining the situation to fans and making it clear that something wasn't right. That quick reaction may have kept her safe. Back in the US.
To her. Oh, Rock Nation wanted to make sure that when she got arrested or apprehended for whatever, because you know in the industry they can get you set up with all kinds of charges, all right? It said that they wanted to make sure her husband was not with her because her husband is her protection, which we know that.
Things haven't calmed down either. In the past year alone, Nicki's home has been the target of 3 separate swatting incidents, false emergency calls meant to provoke a heavy-handed police response. The most recent call came just days ago when someone falsely reported gunfire at her house and claimed Nicki had been seriously injured.
Bankrupt Nicki. And this is why there has been several stories planted about her being broke, going broke, or needing to constantly.
Police arrived expecting the worst, but the entire report turned out to be fake. It's disturbing to imagine what could have happened if officers had reacted with force, especially with Nicki's 4-year-old son possibly nearby. What's even more frustrating is that the person responsible for the call used a business line, making it harder for authorities to trace them. Despite this, police haven't seemed very eager to investigate.
Because she's supposed to be broke. So listen, this was absolute setup and sabotage. And if I was Nicki, I would fire my whole team. Fire the whole security team. There is a mole.
In fact, they were hesitant to reveal which house the call was directed toward until one of Nicki's neighbors went to the press and confirmed it was her property. This wasn't the first time either. In June 2023, someone called the police accusing Nicki and her husband of harming their child.
Get rid of them all. There is a mole. Because now that I think about it, Rock Nation got Meg. The only competition that Nicki has is Meg.
Then, just a few weeks later, another call claimed Nicki had been shot. After that second incident, Nicki had enough. She hired her own investigators and within days, they identified the caller, something the police hadn't been able or willing to do in months. That move led people to believe law enforcement may have been deliberately dragging their feet.
It ain't Mocha Latte. What's the other rappers out here? There's nobody. It ain't Cardi. I know y'all wanted it to be Cardi. It ain't Cardi.
Possibly because someone with influence wanted it that way. Nicki later took to Twitter to expose the woman behind the swatting. She named her as Stephanie Bell and confirmed that charges had been filed. In one tweet, Nicki said, "To the woman who made those swatting calls to my house, was it worth it, Dumbo?"
She was absolutely set up. Also, Tory Lanez was supposed to sign the Roc Nation first, and the second option was Meg. See? But y'all remember when Tory Lanez's daddy said, "This is Roc Nation," we all thought he was crazy.
In another, she added, "Stephanie Bell, a warrant is in the system. Great detective work. So grateful the DHA filed one count for the swatting call and one for the false report to DSCHS. To God be the glory." All of this has fueled rumors that Nicki is being targeted because of her willingness to speak out against shady dealings in the entertainment world. She's one of the few mainstream stars who dares to name names and call out corruption, something that has apparently ruffled quite a few feathers. Fans still remember her fiery rants about Megan Thee Stallion, as well as her bold tweets calling out Jay-Z and Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez. In one of her posts, she mocked Desiree, writing,
"I'm not carrying.
Okay, but it's not a question here. I think
I'm not carrying. Number one, when I came here, the
okay,
back.
you can go inside.
No, I'm not.
spending so much money, but she's the little broke independent artist. Desiree, you gotta let it go, baby. The world knows she can't rap. The situation became even more concerning when YouTuber Storm Monroe claimed that Nicki's Amsterdam arrest wasn't random at all. According to him, someone inside Nicki's own team was acting as a mole, feeding information to Jay-Z's camp in exchange for payment. That insider allegedly helped set Nicki up during the incident overseas.
No, I need a lawyer present now.
Okay, please.
Where am I going? I have no idea where
You
I'm
have to
going.
go to the police station.
What address is that?
It's 5.
She was ready to kick off the European leg of her Pink Friday 2 tour with a show in Amsterdam, but everything spiraled after she got caught up in unexpected drama with authorities. The concert had to be cancelled, and according to Nicki, it wasn't just bad luck, it was a calculated move. She's convinced that someone is pulling strings behind the scenes, paying people off to sabotage her tour now that other methods of bringing her down haven't worked.
When we'll get you the next show, we have to do it very fast, and we will help with.
You're talking about my show?
Yes.
What about it?
She went public about what happened, saying her bags were taken before she had a chance to see them get loaded onto the plane. When she asked what was going on, she was told her luggage was being held up by customs. For Nicki, this felt more than suspicious. She hinted that serious money is being thrown around to create obstacles for her, accusing certain people of trying to destroy the tour just because it's thriving and they can't profit off of her success. Nicki didn't stop there, she also took to social media and exposed something even deeper. She accused her former management of stealing tens of thousands of dollars from her on a regular basis. According to her,
That Roc Nation bunch got you feeling like you could talk about my family. And I have a 3-year-old innocent child. Have had my home swatted twice with drawn. They magically, no one seemed to find the person.
they were inflating the cost of private jets by $30,000 to $50,000 and pocketing the extra money. Even worse, this scam had apparently been going on for years without her knowledge. She explained that every time she asked about flight costs, they would lie straight to her face. After discovering the truth, she fired several people in her camp, including her tour manager.
Tweets I've seen you post disrespecting me. Idiot Wilson. All of y'all, for some reason, when y'all are around certain people, y'all feel that y'all have this power. Why? When y'all have an affiliation to Jay-Z in some sort of way, y'all be thinking that y'all can disrespect and violate.
But says they didn't take the dismissal well. Instead of walking away, they allegedly started causing even more problems. She claims they'd been pushing her to book new jets at the last minute just to create delays. Also, they could make money off her. She believes the ultimate goal was to make her late to shows and then secretly collect tens of thousands behind her back. It doesn't stop with the financial side either. Nicki said she's been constantly harassed at airports, pulled aside for random checks.
one thing that you can tell that I was told. So what I was told was that allegedly Jay-Z and Roc Nation is behind this. Jay-Z and Roc Nation has been after Nicki for a while, especially after she released that song Bigfoot, Goodfoot. But even long before then, there had been beef, which I did not realize. So from what I'm being told, wait, let me read the intel as it's coming in. That's why they waited till she was
and accused of traveling with illegal substances. But this time felt different. She believes these people are actively trying to plant things in her luggage to get her into serious trouble. Her frustrations boiled over as she pointed out how this could all be part of a larger plan to ruin her reputation or even take her out entirely. Amid the chaos, Nicki quietly packed up and moved to New York. She didn't explain much but posted a cryptic video showing off the view from her new place.
to her. Roc Nation wanted to make sure that when she got arrested or apprehended for whatever, because you know in the industry they can get you set up with all kinds of charges. All right. It said that they wanted to make sure her husband was not with her because her husband is her protection, which we know that.
Fans picked up on the subtle message: she's not hiding and she's not backing down. But some people noticed that the video gave away just enough details for others to track her location, raising concerns that she might still be in danger. The situation has sparked a lot of debate online. Some fans believe she's being targeted and that the timing of everything is just too perfect to be random. Others are deeply worried, pointing out that swatting and false accusations can turn deadly, especially with a child in the picture. One person even said it doesn't matter how many times she moves if someone is really trying to harm her.
Bankrupt Nicki. And this is why there has been several stories planted about her being broke, going broke, or needing to constantly.
Another urged that people who file fake police reports or try to manipulate law enforcement should face serious consequences. At this point, Nicki has made it clear that she feels betrayed by the people closest to her and believes that the industry, or at least a group within it, is out for blood. And while it might sound like a wild conspiracy to some, the chain of events, constant delays, and repeated run-ins with law enforcement have many convinced that she's not just being paranoid. Whatever's going on, it's clear that she's not letting it slide, and she's determined to protect herself and her family, no matter who's coming for her. Alright Yalal, this situation with Nicki Minaj just keeps getting wilder, and honestly, it's starting to feel less like coincidence and more like a calculated attack. From cancelled shows to missing money, shady airport detentions, and even people messing with her home, Nicki's fighting battles on all sides and still standing tall. But what do you think? Is this a legit takedown attempt? Or just a string of unfortunate events piling up? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, don't hold back. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you found it interesting, and hit that subscribe button for more updates on this story and other trending tea. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss when I drop something new. Thanks for watching, stay safe, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next one.